Sorry about that.
No problem.
So, how would you like to describe your time working with Ed Hill?
Well, it's kind of tough to put it into a word. All I can tell you is he's been one of the most interesting individuals to work with, and just been a fabulous boss, and someone that I've come to respect. You know, I respected him a great deal prior to coming to work with him, and after getting here, I have the utmost respect for him and for the work that he's tried to accomplish over the past 6, 7 years working on behalf of Craighead County.
How long have you worked with Ed Hill?
Well, he was elected in November of 2010. He assumed office on January 1 of 2011. I arrived about January 18th, so about 18 days after he assumed office. I had been exposed to him. I was at the city of Jonesboro prior to coming to Craighead County, and we had worked together on a number of economic development projects. So I kind of knew of him, and I had been in the room, and I worked with him, and I knew what he stood for, and I knew how hard he was working for the county, even as an employee then. And so it was a pretty easy decision after consulting with some other individuals in the community. It was an easy decision to come over and work for him once he asked me to.
Have you always had this position that you're in right now?
Since since being with Craighead County, yes. This was his assistant position was the position that I held since day one.
All right. Over the years, what would you say was probably the hardest time for Craighead County and for the judge?
Well, the hardest time I would say was the Bono Lake project. There was a project that he inherited that was already in operation when he arrived. It was a lake that should have been completed prior to him assuming office, but it was not. When he got here, it was still, really no work had been done on the physical site, and a lot of money had been spent. And so getting that project moving again was took an astronomical feat and actually a little more money than what was actually allotted for the project. But ultimately, it was complete. There's still a lot of discussion about that lake project here in Craighead County, but I think we have a good foundation for a project that one day will make us proud here as citizens of Craighead County.
All right. Now, what would you say would probably be, if that was probably the hardest thing, what would you probably say was the crowning achievement of your time here?
Really, the crowning achievement, I would say, is that we have an equipment replacement program in our road department. I'm sure he spoke about it to you as well. When he took office, and having been out in that road department prior to assuming office, he saw the wear and tear and the taxing cost related to equipment repair and equipment replacement in the county. They replaced everything at one time, and then it took 10 years to build that funding back up to replace everything again. He slowly implemented a rotation with equipment purchases and equipment selling on the back end with a very new vendor that where you're getting good return on the dollar for the used equipment. And as you can see, even today, they're fighting over the road funds because there's so much money in the bank now related to our road budget, whereas in years past, road budget was not one of those booming areas from a revenue perspective.
All right. Over the years of working with Ed Hill, what would you probably say is the thing that will leave the longest lasting impression on you?
Honestly, I would say really, I would say his compassion. I can, he doesn't talk about it often, but I can't tell you the number of times that a citizen has called or either walked through these doors with a need. And as a county, you have parameters that you work within. State law kind of defines what we can and what we cannot do. And we're not able to meet that need. I can't tell you the number of times that he has personally taken money out of his pocket to help with rental assistance, to help with utility assistance, just to do right by the citizens of Craighead County. And as an employee, I can also say that that's the other aspect of it, is in that, you know, he's always desired to look out for employees and have the employees' best interest at heart. And that's just one thing that most of the public doesn't generally see, that I'll take with me, and I've learned a lot from him in that regard, in that you always take care of people, and people will always take care of you.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to add before we end?
It truly has been a pleasure to work with him, and you know, I wish him well as he moves forward into retirement.
I got one more question. How do you, moving into the newer judge, how is this transition going to affect the people here?
Well, honestly, we are looking forward to the May 22nd primary, because at that time we will know who the new county judge is. I really don't see it having any major impacts, other than you're getting to know a new employee, and you're getting to know a new boss and a new supervisor. And you know, sometimes change is good, sometimes change is bad. We anticipate that this change will be a good thing for Cricket County, because we're going to let the people of Cricket County choose who this next individual should be, who the next county judge should be, and then we're just going to allow that individual to set the agenda and to move that agenda forward over the next few years.
All right. Well, that's all I have for now. Thank you, Phil.